Hello friends. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to win with money no matter what happens, while others work harder every year but still struggle to get ahead? What if the biggest difference is not how much money they make, but how they play the game of money? Imagine discovering a few simple rules that could completely change the way you think about earning, saving, investing, and building wealth. In today's video, we are going to explore the powerful lessons from the book, The Money Game. This is not just a book about money. It is about understanding the hidden rules that wealthy people follow and most people never even notice. By the end of this video, you will learn why many people stay trapped in the same financial cycle, how to avoid the biggest money mistakes, how successful people make smart financial decisions, and how you can start building real wealth step by step, no matter where you are today. Every chapter contains practical ideas that you can use in your own life, so make sure you watch this video until the very end, because the final lesson brings everything together and could completely change the way you look at money forever. If you enjoy learning about money, investing, success, and financial freedom, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Quest Access, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our future videos. Now, let's begin and discover how to play the money game the right way. Chapter 1. The Invisible Rules of the Money Game. Imagine two people who start their careers on the same day. They earn almost the same salary, live in the same city, and face the same opportunities. 10 years later, one of them is financially free. They have savings, investments, and multiple sources of income. The other person is still living from paycheck to paycheck, worried about bills and hoping for the next salary increase. What created such a huge difference? Was it luck? Was it intelligence, or was it something else? The answer may surprise you. The biggest difference is that one person learned the invisible rules of the money game, while the other never knew those rules even existed. Most people believe that making more money will solve all their financial problems. They think a bigger salary automatically leads to a better life. But look around. Many people with high incomes are still buried in debt. They buy expensive cars, bigger houses, and the latest gadgets, yet they constantly feel financial pressure. At the same time, there are people with average incomes who quietly build wealth year after year. This tells us something important. Money alone does not create wealth. The way you manage money does. Think about a game like chess. You cannot win by simply moving pieces faster than everyone else. You win because you understand the rules and make better decisions. Money works the same way. Every financial choice you make is like a move in a game. Some moves take you closer to freedom. Others slowly trap you, even if they look exciting in the beginning. Here is the interesting part. The money game is not taught in most schools. We spend years learning math, science, and history, but very little time learning how money really works. Many people enter adulthood believing that the only path to success is to study hard, get a good job, work for decades, and hope everything will somehow work out. But the world has changed. Today, the people who succeed financially understand that money is not just something you earn, it is something you control, grow, and protect. Imagine a young worker who gets their first salary. They immediately spend most of it on things that lose value. New clothes, expensive phones, fancy dinners, and monthly payments become a normal part of life. It feels good in the moment, but every month they must start again from zero. Now picture another worker with the same salary. They enjoy life too, but they save a small part of every paycheck. They learn about investing. They buy assets instead of only buying things that lose value. Year after year, their money begins working for them. At first, the difference is small, but over time it becomes life-changing. History gives us many examples of this principle. One of the world's greatest investors, Warren Buffett, did not become wealthy because he earned the highest salary. He became wealthy because he understood the rules of investing, patience, and compound growth. He allowed time to multiply his money instead of trying to get rich overnight. His story reminds us that success is often built through smart decisions, repeated consistently, not through one lucky moment. Many people lose the money game because they focus only on earning. They forget that keeping, growing, and investing money are completely different skills. If your income grows but your spending grows even faster, you are not becoming richer. You are simply running faster on the same treadmill. Real wealth begins when your money starts creating more money without requiring more hours of your time. This changes everything because it shifts your focus from working only for money to making money work for you. Once you understand this idea, every financial decision becomes more meaningful. Before buying something, you begin asking a different question. Will this help my future, or will it only make me feel good today? That simple question can completely change your financial future. The first rule of the money game is clear. Wealth is not created by income alone. It is created by understanding the hidden rules that guide every financial decision. Learn those rules, apply them consistently, and you stop being a player who hopes to win. You become someone who knows how the game is actually played. And now that you understand the invisible rules, it's time to discover the biggest trap that keeps millions of people stuck, no matter how much they earn. Chapter 2. Escape the player's trap. Have you ever noticed that the more money many people earn, the more financial pressure they seem to have? It sounds strange, doesn't it? Most people dream about getting a higher salary because they believe it will solve all their problems. But something surprising often happens. As their income grows, their lifestyle grows even faster. They move into a bigger house, buy a more expensive car, upgrade their phone every year, and spend more on things they once thought were unnecessary. Before long, they realize they are still waiting for the next paycheck. This is called the player's trap, and millions of people spend their entire lives without realizing they are stuck inside it. Imagine a hamster running on a wheel. It runs faster and faster, but it never moves forward. That is exactly how the player's trap works. You work harder to earn more money, but instead of building wealth, you simply create bigger expenses. The result is that you always need to keep running just to stay in the same place. The trap does not happen because people are lazy or careless. It happens because society teaches us to measure success by what we own instead of what we have built. Think about it. When someone gets a promotion, people expect them to buy a nicer car or wear more expensive clothes. Social media makes this pressure even stronger. Every day we see pictures of luxury vacations, designer brands, and beautiful homes. It creates the feeling that everyone else is living a better life. Many people start spending money just to keep up with others. But behind those perfect pictures, many are carrying heavy debt and constant financial stress. Now consider another person who thinks differently. Instead of spending every extra dollar, they increase their investments. They buy assets that can grow in value or create income. While others are showing off expensive purchases, they are quietly building financial security. At first, their progress seems slow. Friends may even wonder why they live so simply. But after several years, something amazing happens. Their investments begin producing income. They no longer depend only on their salary because their money has started working for them. This idea can be seen in the lives of many successful business leaders. Jeff Bezos did not become one of the world's wealthiest people by spending every dollar he earned. He focused on building assets that continued to grow over time. The same principle applies to ordinary people. You do not need billions of dollars to think like an investor. You simply need the habit of choosing long-term value over short-term pleasure. Psychology also plays a big role in this trap. Our brains love instant rewards. Buying something new gives us excitement, but that feeling disappears quickly. Then we look for the next purchase to feel happy again. This cycle never ends. Real financial success comes from learning to delay small pleasures so you can enjoy much greater freedom in the future. Every time you choose to invest instead of spending without purpose, you are training your mind to think like a wealth builder. Here is a simple question that can change every financial decision you make. Before buying anything, ask yourself, will this item make me richer, or will it simply cost me more money every month? If the answer is the second one, think carefully before making the purchase. This one habit can protect you from countless financial mistakes. Escaping the player's trap does not mean you should never enjoy your money. It means your money should first build your future before it pays for your lifestyle. When your assets grow, your freedom grows with them. Instead of chasing every paycheck, you begin creating a life where money supports you instead of controlling you. The lesson is simple but powerful. Do not let a higher income become an excuse for higher spending. Let it become an opportunity to build stronger financial foundations. Once you escape the player's trap, you are ready for the next stage of the money game, learning the winning moves that separate ordinary earners from people who create lasting wealth. Chapter 3. Master the winning moves. What if winning the money game has less to do with making the perfect investment and more to do with making the right decisions every single day? Most people believe wealthy people know a secret that no one else does. They wait for the perfect business idea, the perfect stock, or the perfect opportunity. But the truth is much simpler. The biggest winners are not those who make one brilliant move. They are the ones who make many smart moves over a long period of time. Wealth is usually built through discipline, patience, and consistency, not through luck. Imagine two friends who both decide to improve their financial future. The first friend spends months looking for the perfect investment. They keep waiting because they are afraid of making a mistake. The second friend starts with a small amount of money. They learn as they go, invest regularly, read books about money, and improve little by little. 5 years later, the second friend is far ahead. Why? Because action, even if it is small, almost always beats perfect planning that never turns into action. Here is the interesting part. Successful people understand that every dollar has a job. Instead of asking, "What can I buy with this money?" they ask, "How can this money create more money?" This simple change in thinking transforms everything. Money stops being something you spend without thinking. It becomes a tool that helps you build a better future. Think about Warren Buffett. He started investing when he was very young, not because he had a lot of money, but because he understood the power of time. He knew that small amounts invested consistently could grow into something extraordinary through compound growth. Imagine planting a tiny tree. On the first day, it looks too small to matter. But if you care for it year after year, it becomes strong enough to provide shade for generations. Investments work in the same way. The earlier you plant them, the more time they have to grow. Another winning move is learning before earning more. Many people spend years trying to increase their income, but spend almost no time increasing their financial knowledge. Imagine someone receiving $1 million without knowing how to manage money. Chances are they will lose most of it. Now, imagine another person who deeply understands saving, investing, budgeting, and risk. Even if they start with very little, they have the skills to build wealth over time. Knowledge is one asset that can never be taken away from you. Successful entrepreneurs also understand the value of solving problems. Steve Jobs did not become successful by chasing money. He focused on creating products that improved people's lives. Money followed because he created value. The same principle works in every career and business. The more value you create for others, the more opportunities you create for yourself. Instead of asking, "How can I make more money?" ask, "How can I become more valuable?" That one question can completely change your future. Another winning move is controlling emotions. Fear and greed are two of the biggest reasons people make poor financial decisions. When markets go down, many people panic and sell. When prices rise quickly, they rush in because everyone else is buying. Smart investors stay calm. They make decisions based on facts instead of emotions. They know that patience often produces better results than excitement. Picture this. A storm arrives, and small plants bend with the wind while deep-rooted trees remain standing. Financial challenges are like storms. If your habits are strong, your savings are healthy, and your investments are built on good decisions, you can survive difficult times without losing your direction. The winning moves are not complicated. Spend less than you earn. Invest consistently. Keep learning. Create value for others. Stay patient. Control your emotions. Repeat these habits year after year. These simple actions may not look exciting today, but together they create extraordinary results. Now you understand that lasting wealth is built through smart habits, not lucky breaks. But there is one final lesson that brings everything together. In the last chapter, you will discover how to stop playing the money game just to survive and start playing it to create true financial freedom for the rest of your life. Chapter 4. Play to win, not just to survive. Imagine waking up one morning without feeling stressed about your next paycheck. Your bills are covered, your investments continue to grow, and you have the freedom to spend your time doing work you truly enjoy, instead of working only because you have to. For many people, this sounds like a dream. But here is the surprising truth. Financial freedom is not reserved for the lucky few. It is the result of playing the money game with the right goal. Most people play the game just to survive. They work to pay bills, then wait for the next paycheck and repeat the same cycle month after month. But the real winners play with a completely different mindset. Their goal is not simply to earn money. Their goal is to create freedom. Think about a person climbing a mountain. If they focus only on the next step, they may never notice where they are going. But if they keep their eyes on the peak, every step has a purpose. Money works the same way. If your only goal is to get through this month, your decisions will always be short-term. But if your goal is financial freedom, every dollar becomes a step toward a bigger future. You begin making choices that your future self will thank you for. Here is the interesting part. Wealth is not measured by the size of your paycheck. It is measured by how long you can live without depending on one. If your income stops tomorrow, how long could your savings and investments support your life? This simple question changes the way you think about money. Instead of asking how much you earn, you begin asking how much freedom your money can buy. Many successful people understand this principle. They build multiple sources of income instead of depending on only one. They invest in businesses, stocks, real estate, or other assets that continue to produce value over time. They know that relying on a single paycheck is risky because one unexpected event can change everything. But when money comes from different sources, financial security becomes much stronger. Picture this. Imagine two boats sailing across the ocean. One boat has only one engine. If that engine fails, the boat stops moving. The other boat has several engines. Even if one stops working, the journey continues. Your income should work the same way. The more reliable sources of income you build, the stronger your financial future becomes. Another important lesson is that wealth should give you choices, not just possessions. Many people buy expensive things to impress others, but those things often come with bigger loans, higher bills, and more stress. Real wealth gives you the freedom to spend time with your family, start a business, travel, support causes you believe in, or simply enjoy life without constant financial fear. That is the true purpose of money. It should serve your life, not control it. The money game also teaches that success is a journey, not a finish line. There will be mistakes along the way. Markets will rise and fall. Opportunities will come and go. But every challenge teaches a lesson. The people who win are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who keep learning, stay patient, and continue moving forward no matter what happens. As we reach the end of this journey, remember the 4 powerful lessons from this book. First, learn the invisible rules because money follows principles, not luck. Second, escape the player's trap by refusing to let lifestyle grow faster than wealth. Third, master the winning moves through discipline, continuous learning, and smart investing. And finally, play to win by making financial freedom your ultimate goal instead of simply surviving from one paycheck to the next. The money game begins in your mind long before it appears in your bank account. Every decision you make today is shaping the future you will live tomorrow. You do not need to be born rich, earn the highest salary, or wait for the perfect opportunity. You simply need to start making better choices one step at a time. Because in the end, the greatest victory is not having more money than other people. The greatest victory is having the freedom to live life on your own terms, and that is how you truly win the money game.